Girl, it's what I heard. Allegedly, it's just the word. Allegedly, it's on the street. Allegedly, I sing to the beat. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly, lee, lee, lee. Allegedly. Allegedly, it's just the word allegedly. It's what I heard allegedly. It's on the street allegedly. I sing to the beat allegedly. Allegedly, allegedly, it's what I heard allegedly. It's just the word allegedly. Don't blame, don't sue allegedly. It won't help you allegedly. Allegedly.
Basketball Wives will be back. Basketball Wives will be back on May 9th. Let's talk about the pictures. Let's talk about this uncohesive Gunny Sacks looks. They're trying to bring back Jessica McClintock without the style. We have Ming and girl, I'm tired of these dead faces. A dead face is not attractive. Is that what straight men like? A dead face? A dead eye? A dead ass? And girl, if you ain't watching Black in Beauty and Black, baby, you are missing out on the story of a dead ass. A dead ass. It's fascinating. Denise, who is this almost white woman? She looked empty. She looked empty with a big chin. Too much tanner. Shantel. Do we remember her? Oh, God. Jackie Christies' offspring. Shantel isn't a basketball wife. She's a basketball hussy. She got pregnant by one of Drea's jump-offs and then left. She pulled a conceive and leave. Jackie couldn't even teach her daughter the game. You done kept Doug, Sissy Christie all these years. You couldn't teach Shantel how to get in a lavender marriage and stay in it? Shantel. You want to talk about Evelyn's build-a-hole? But look at yours. Look at yours on Basketball Wives with no husband. I'd be embarrassed. I would be embarrassed as hell if that was flesh of my flesh. My heart would weep. My heart would weep. Now we have Ty on here, but this bow wasn't necessary. She is giving us STEM. She is giving us STEM, and I love it. We didn't need the bow. We did not need the bow. Lesbians don't need bows. They don't. That's the great thing about a lesbian. They don't need a bow. They come as is. They come dressed. They bring their own accessories. Of course, Brandy Maxine, Brown Gel Queen, has returned. And oh God. You know, I am not in a bad marriage, thank God. But I feel like I am because I have to deal with the conversations and the ickiness of these shitty marriages. God. Now I got to deal with her. Why ain't you left Jason's ass yet? I mean, just let the man cheat in peace. Like, y'all, neither one of you going anywhere. And then Jennifer Williams and her felon. I mean, it'll be interesting to see how she gets out of this one. I'm just genuinely concerned for her.
I said a maid, a mattress, and a mule, But baby, first, you've got to be his fool. Be his fool. Come on with me, sing a maid, a mattress, and a mule. But the first thing you got to be is his fool. Baby is his fool.
So Shantel is engaged. Child, if y'all ain't eloping with a child, an engagement don't mean shit no more. Especially after you done gotten pregnant. Pregnant. I want to know why Evelyn couldn't get her daughter on the show. I mean, because Evelyn's build a whore, in the words of Jackie Christie, also just had a baby by the game or is pregnant by the game. Another maid, mattress, and mule. Another fool. Another fool. So I would love to see Jackie and Evelyn reminisce on not being able to teach their daughters how to have a successful relationship. How does it feel to fail? And then we could even bring in Doug, and he could be like, a coach that's lost the game, and he could tell the ladies how to deal with it. And really, not even game. That coach lost the season. Maybe you could do better with your grandchildren. But you've raised the next generation of maid, mattress, and mule because you've taught your daughters to be his fool. Girl, in a lie don't care who tell it news, I just saw this ad for natural looking facelift results. I'm sorry, Dolores Catania doesn't give me natural looking facelift results. She looks like a character from one of my favorite YouTube channels, Neuralvids. I discovered them on TikTok, and their faces be just as wide as all outside. But it's a good kiki, a good giggle. But a natural looking facelift result, really? Natural looking? I'd say angular, but I don't know about natural looking. Now, Dolores will play maid and mattress, but she won't be mule. She won't be mule. And she lords that over the other ladies. Candy Burris also wanted to clear her name and say they only added her for publicity in the lawsuit. No, it's because you owed the fucking money. I'm sorry. If that was true, they put Beyonce and Jay-Z's name in there and get some real press and promo. They just put your name in for publicity. No, they put it in because they want the money. If you weren't legally attached, they couldn't put your name in. And when you sue everybody so that people start putting pressure so that there's a settlement. Now, I have a question. Nelly has said that he married Ashanti shortly after they had found out she was pregnant because he didn't want her to be a baby mama. A baby mama. He wanted her to be his wife. And he realized that and put a ring on it. How do y'all feel? I wonder if this will start a trend of women saying, I want a man that don't want me to be a baby mama. Wouldn't that be interesting? That could be a new standard. I want a man that doesn't want me to be a baby mama. To move away. That's the first time I've heard a man move away from a BM. And it's funny that baby mama and bowel movement are the same initials. Nelly said also that people used to show up at his house after MTV Cribs. People were crazy and bold back then, and we thought celebrities were friendly. Like, we really did think they were people just like us and they are our friends. Now the shit is coming out. They weird. There's a certain level of fame where you get too weird. I don't want to be that weird. And in pot calling kettle news, Hefferly gonna say Simone can't help but be a hater. Simone just raises her hell on the show. You, however, Hefferly get online after work and continue to talk about people's husbands. Continue to talk about people's marriages. Even though there are lots of rumors out there about your husband, his hyperpigmentation, and his mixed race children, you always want to focus on somebody else's life. You got time for that. I just saw a clip of Cordelia Stewart talking about Portia's mama was in my house on my cream chairs in my bedroom. Girl, his cream chairs. And Peter just looking at him. Peter just looking at him like, this is Peter. No, Peter, no, and he ain't saying nothing. And you could tell he's like, this man is gay. I'ma just let him roll with it, man. If that's what he want to do. Oh my God. Can a white woman also be a maid, a mattress, and a mule? I think she can. I think she can. I think a gay man can be too. But today we are talking about Lisa, listen to me. Teresa owes $3 million in taxes to the government, and your show just got canceled. You might get a spinoff, but all that money is going to the government. Like, and we don't really like Louis and his red face. How are you here again? We done already bought every cookbook. Like, you got out of $3 million in restitution, and that was impressive. That was impressive. So now this man is the only owner of the LLC that owns the mansion you live in, and now you're deep in debt. Deep in debt. Deep. Because let's be honest, is Teresa necessary in today's economy, or could Bravo find someone else? Oh no, Teresa only owes $300,000, so she gonna be all right. But her husband owes $2.5 million. How does he owe $2.5 million? Where did he make enough money to be taxed that much? That sounds like years and years of unpaid tax debt that has now ballooned to $2.6 million. So you're on the hook. The love bubble's broke, and on that debt you choke. But Teresa gives me, I will make the same mistake twice. Remember Nini's book, Never Make the Same Mistake Twice? She wrote it for Teresa. She wrote it for the women like Teresa that I'm not going to say they're slow, but they're not fast. Maybe fast to marry someone ignorant, but not fast to make a good decision. $2.6 million in tax debt, and he is unlikable and unworkable. $2.6 million. He saw a maid, a mattress, and a mule, because Teresa is definitely his fool. He found a simp. Wow. She wanted, that's the thing, heterosexual dick costs now. These men have gotten wise. While y'all were getting degrees, they realized, you know what? I have a working heterosexual penis. This shit's worth its weight in gold. And so they find a woman to con. And I'm sorry, Teresa, but you are a woman to con. I'd feel sorry for you, but I don't think you're worth a feeling. I know Melissa is laughing and your brother is crying because he's like, now who gonna look out for my nieces? Well, you know what? And since that little girl always wanted to be so grown, she can be grown and figure out how to get mommy out of all this debt. Because y'all married. That's y'all's debt. His debt is your debt, and that's debt together. When he owe, you owe, and we owe together. I wonder what her ex-husband thinks, because he's somewhere in Barbados. I don't know. He's still probably getting paid by the heifer. She better pray that Bravo brings her back so she can afford to pay off her man's debt. $2.6 million in tax debt. How much of that debt was premarital? How much was premarital? How much of that did you not know he had when you walked into the marriage? And if he dies, that debt is all yours. And if he dies, all he'll leave you is the need for a loan.
Thanks for watching. Don't forget to rate, comment, and subscribe, and email Rodgers Ringtones for a unique and sassy ringtone. Email me the script that you would like, and for $5, the ringtone is yours. Tell a kin, tell a friend, tell that heifer you hate.